If you've been setting the same career goals every single year and you have yet to achieve what you want to do, watch this video because I'm going to show you a tool that organizations use for their highest potential employees to help them design their career goals and also development plan to get them to the next level. So the tool that I'm going to share with you is called the Six Box. And why I want to share this with you because it's a really systemic way to help think about that goal that you've written down as your highest potential self from the last video. So if you missed it, I'm going to link it here. You can watch it. But as a recap, basically what it shows you is a visualization of who you could be as your highest potential self and the goals that you should be setting for yourself. It really helps you think about your posture, the qualities that you demonstrate, the relationships that you have, how you think about yourself, how you present yourself. So it's really meant to help you and guide you to think about who you truly can be as that authentic leader. Then I want you to take the goals that you've written down and any visualization notes that you have written down into the Six Box today. And I'm going to walk you through two examples in the Six Box so that you can see how it works. And we're going to jump right into it. So let's start off with just drawing out a Six Box. And it doesn't have to look fancy because mine is not fancy at all. And we're going to assign some labels to this. So on the left-hand side, top row, we're going to say now. Bottom row, we're going to say future. And in the box, we're going to write current state. And then in the future box, we're going to put your goal. So this is the goal that you defined as your highest potential self. And now we're going to assign some numbers into this box. So we're actually going to go this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the top, we're going to add some labels as well. So here we're going to say mindset. And then we're going to put actions. So that is the structure of the Six Box. So the first example I want to share with you is that role-based example. So let's just say that you, coming out of that visualization, have determined that I really want to become a director. I know you told me not to think about titles, but it's okay. I know we somehow end up there. So let's just work with it. So the future highest potential state that you want to become is to be a director. So let's just write that out. And maybe where you are today is you are a manager. Now, I want you to go back to your visualization and think about how you thought about yourself as a director. So that is the mindset that you're carrying with you. So maybe in your mindset is that you are strategic, you are able to influence, you are capable, you are confident, right? And it doesn't have to be very wordy. Just think about that visualization and just jot down all of the things that you are seeing coming out of those mental imageries. And then now with that in mind, let's move into the mindset today. So it might be tricky to think about your mindset today because it's hard to sometimes just look in the mirror and say, oh my gosh, I'm thinking this or that, and it's limiting myself. And maybe you do have some limiting beliefs that you can write down as it is. But to get you started, one easy thing to do is maybe look into your future state mindset and just flip it. So let's look at being strategic. So flipping that would be maybe you're more execution focused. Like you know your role, you're an expert today. You are capable, but you are also seen as someone more reliable in your duties that are assigned to you. And maybe you're not as confident, you're not speaking up as much as you know you should be. And because this is for quite professionals, this is what my channel is focused on. You can be someone who's introverted or shy, or maybe you're from a first or second generation immigrant household where you grew up with a lot of invisible hierarchies that you're coping with. And so that could be another mindset. So it could be that you're not speaking up in particular rooms like leaders because you were taught to respect a hierarchy. And so just continue to list as many of your mindsets today. Then we're going to move into box number 3, which is based on the mindsets that you see for yourself now. What are the actions that you're taking today? So what does your job look like? So it could be that you're doing more projects, you're doing more tasks, you're being assigned responsibilities that are non-promotable work. You are told to speak up more, so you're not as present. You are not able to speak your mind. And so just list out as many actions that you are taking or not taking for yourself today. Then we're going to look forward. And again, if this is difficult to look forward, you can, again, do a flip it on your current state actions. So projects and tasks, well, what you want to be doing in the future is to frame out more strategy. Maybe you're leading a large team. You're trusted on by executives to deliver on broader company initiatives and so forth and so forth. So you can start to list out what the future actions you would be taking if you were in your goal state. And what I want you to do is actually go through as many goals as you wrote down and assign each goal to a 6 box. Because what you'll likely notice is that there's going to be a lot of overlaps. So with that said, let's move on into our second example. And let's just say it's going to be a competency-based example where you're told to be more strategic. And who doesn't love that, right? It's oftentimes that you are very strategic. You're thoughtful. You are a planner of all plans. You are thinking through all of the analysis, making great recommendations. You are thinking about the next step already. And why people might say that you need to be strategic, the missing link probably is in your communication. So the actions that you're taking today. And what then the actions you're lacking today is also a limitation in your mindset. So let's walk through that together. So if the goal is to be more strategic where you are today, it could be more execution focused. And then let's move into the future mindset. And you could already see some overlap, right? So you could already see that for me to be strategic in the future is that I need to be more influential. I need to show that I'm capable, I'm confident, I'm speaking up in rooms, I am being trusted. I have a close allyship of people who rely on me to actually, move the company into a future direction. And then look into your mindset today. And again, you're going to start to see some duplications in how you're seeing yourself that keeps you from not being seen as a strategic leader. Now, let's move into your actions for today. And it could very well be that there's going to be duplications, and maybe you want to expand on that. So you're not present, or maybe you're not speaking in options, right? And maybe you're just very matter of fact, like, this is what I see. But what people define as strategic could be that, hey, I weighed in on this option. These are the pros and cons. And based on that, I recommend this course of action. So it might be just communication that is a missing gap for you. And then you move into your future state in terms of the actions that you take. It could very much be the same actions. And this is what I mean by needing you to take all of your goals and moving it into the 6 box and to really narrow down what the overlaps are, because that's going to help you define a strategic goal. And that is going to help you articulate that goal to others. Because what's going to be bad in terms of defining career goals sometimes is that you go into a career development conversation and you tell your leader, hey, I want to be a director, I want to be more strategic, I want to be more influential, I want to lead a bigger team, when all of that could be the on the job experience that you define for yourself, whereas the goal that you set for yourself is going to be an encapsulation of all of those things combined. So I'm going to help you through that in the next video, because I want you to focus in on doing your 6 boxes and getting very clear in what your current state and your future state, mindset, and actions need to look like. Because then what we're going to do is we're going to break down your 6 box and look at the gap between today and the future. And it's in these gaps where you're going to look for the development plan that is going to propel you forward. So that's going to be in the next video. For now, focus in on the 6 boxes because it is a hefty task. And if you find this overwhelming, if you find that there's too many things maybe coming up for you, I do have a chat GPT prompt in my description box that you can cut and paste alongside some of the output from your 6 box to get you started. So I will see you in the next video where we're going to then break down the on-the-job experiences and the development plan that is going to get you to that next level. See you there.